EF20 Online is sponsored by the Climate Council of Greater Kansas City and KKFI 90.1 FM, Kansas City Community Radio. Heart and Soil made possible by CinemaKC, the Temple Buddhist Center, Unity Temple on the Plaza, and the Temple Green Team. Please welcome your host, Victor Dougherty.
Thank you very much, Bob. Hi, friends, and welcome. So glad that you can join us for this 50th anniversary of Earth Day. And of course, we're celebrating it every day of our lives, but we pay special attention during this week. The Temple Green Team at Unity Temple on the Plaza is very proud to be a sponsor of the Heart and Soil, along with the Temple Buddhist Center, Unity Temple on the Plaza, and CinemaKC, and of course, EarthFest 2020. And so our moderator today is Jerry Rapp, and Jerry is a very good friend of mine. He's a fabulous screenwriter and a filmmaker himself. And also he does an incredible rendition of Elvis Presley's, When Fools Fall in Love. So if you get a chance, maybe we'll get him to sing today. But more importantly, we have some incredible filmmakers from the local Kansas City area, and we're very pleased and honored to have them here with us as well. And so I'd like to turn this over to Jerry now, and Jerry is going to talk a little bit about what we're going to experience today. And again, thank you for joining us, and I hope you can stop by CinemaKC to find out all the incredible things going on in the world of filmmaking in Kansas City. Jerry?
Quite a build-up. I hope I can live up to that. You're a great singer yourself and a wonderful person, so thank you. We are CinemaKC. I'm Jerry Rapp, the co-founder, along with John Shipp, and we'd like to thank our board and our president, Pat Williams, for putting this together. It's been an incredible journey. We have been planning this for a long time, and we really felt this was important for various reasons. And it's Earth Day, and we need to be really looking at what that all means. And we can't stop that message just because this happened. So this is a very unprecedented and unorthodox way we've ever done anything, but we're very excited to have this reach. And we have some great guests with us today. Our group, it basically is, it promotes independent filmmakers and independent filmmaking in Kansas City. We try to celebrate the talent that's here, the wonderful voices and the filmmakers that are here. And without exception, we have some great ones here today who are looking at environmental issues in particular, the conversations that we're having. We're going to be actually talking to those filmmakers in a group later. We will be showing a block of these films. So let me explain what's going on here with that. We're, as a group that's exploring this technical situation with being online, we have some issues with our Zoom streaming, but we are going to be streaming these films on this platform. And we do want to let you know, though, at cinemakc.com, our website, we also have those films links available. So if you're having any trouble with the streaming, just go to those links. We can try to get you set up there. And if you're having better luck over there, we will all meet back here at 1:05 for a Q&A with these filmmakers. The filmmakers we have today is the great David Wayne Reed. David's been a good friend of mine for a long time. I've loved his work. He's not only very great in stage and comedy and spoken word, but is a really amazing visualist, as we're going to see. His film is called Eternal Harvest. It's done really well. It's a beautiful poetic piece that you're really going to love. And we'll be talking to David after that if you have questions for him. Also with us is Kimberly Gherkin, a filmmaker who has her film Wildflower. It's currently in the KC Film Fest that is also online. You can check that out there, but we really encourage you to check it out here because you're here. So just stay here. We'll get you set up. So she's doing great with that. And then Angela Deng is going to show us her documentary, Climate Strike Sunrise Movement. So we're going to see those two small films after David's longer film. And there's going to just be a great block of films that come up for you with some amazing local stories and some really great dialogue I think we'll have here. So we after that, we have a full schedule. We're going to be showing some international films after that at the end of the day, and we're going to be talking to some other individuals that are very important in the local climate movement are going to be on board with us in a little bit. So how are we doing on time, Bob?
I think you're doing good. Whenever you're ready.
Okay, are we about ready? So we're going to go ahead and show David Wayne Reed's film Eternal Harvest, and but we'll start with a little intro from David so he can set this up. As I said, please stick around. Don't leave us. You might be tempted to, but please come back. It's going to be an incredibly invaluable day of information and experience. So David Wayne Reed, welcome.
Thank you so much, Jerry. Thank you for having me. This is a real full circle kind of experience, because early on when I was setting out to make my film, I had a little bit of a vision, a little bit of a dream that I would collaborate with Temple Buddhist Center, which is my place of practice, as well as with environmental groups to move this forward. So this feels a little like deja vu in the very best way. So I'm so thankful to be here, and I'm really excited to be sharing the screen time with two amazing female film directors. More female film directors, please. I'm really excited to see their films as well. I was given a little bit of an opportunity to do a little bit of an introduction on my piece. And really, Eternal Harvest came from as much of a spiritual place as it did an environmental place, probably more so, to be honest. If you'll allow me, I'd like to give a little bit of a story on it. On Father's Day of 2016, my beloved Aunt Orpha died, and we left her side in the nursing home, and our family all went back to our family farm in Lewisburg, Kansas, and we gathered. And my youngest nephew had recovered from his second bout of cancer, and my aunt had just died. And I realized how quickly the family dynamic was shifting when you lose someone and how that changes. Around that time, I had started reading a lot more about in the Tibetan Book of the Dead, and I was very fascinated with the bardo and those stages we go through between the time that we die and the time that we are reborn. And so I took a picture of the family that day, and I remember the farm was aglow, more beautiful than any other time I remembered in my entire lifetime, and I'm in my late 40s. And around that time, my nephew had scored a drone. And so we went out walking and took some footage with his drone. And it was so beautiful and so great to get above everything, especially at a time of such loss. And as we got up and I saw the footage, the landscape looked like quilts, like the quilts that my grandmothers had made, hundreds upon hundreds of them. So crazy. I inherited a lot of them when Aunt Orpha passed, actually. So that gave me an idea. It gave me an idea of honoring my family's legacy and the cycle of life as told by the growing season on my family's farm. And I used a drone, heirloom quilts, agriculture, video installation. And over the course of the year, I partnered with my hometown church, as well as my hometown marching band, a antique tractor club, and so many. I felt like there were 1,000 hands as part of putting together this film. In many ways, it mimicked the process of putting together a quilt. I guess I want to go back to, I'll finish up with just a short story. When I was a young man, I asked both of my parents if they believed in reincarnation. I was kind of at the start of my own spiritual journey. And my mother said no, because we don't talk about things like reincarnation at the Lewisburg First Christian Church. But my dad said it was possible. And that really struck me, being able to take your spirituality from the land rather than maybe from the church. And it helped me to view the land as its own church. And it made me realize, going back to film this, I went back to the farm. It was my own kind of prodigal son, creative return. And I realized that the relationship between farmer and land is spiritual. It's interdependent and profound. And forgive me, I'm reading this. It's an exercise in having faith in a seed's future, the ritual of doing daily chores. It is the prayers for rain and sunshine, and it is the gratitude for a bountiful harvest. When I asked my dad about the idea of reincarnation, he said that the idea was plausible, and he offered the idea of a volunteer crop of wheat or that of a perennial plant as possible evidence. Life continues from birth to death, from seed to harvest. Again and again, he reasoned, creating this vision of the farm as a mandala of life, seasonal, perpetual, unrelenting, and eternal. My name is David Wayne Reed, and this is my first film, Eternal Harvest. Thank you for tuning in, and please enjoy my film and all of our films, and I hope you'll stay for the Q&A.